Hey hustlers, welcome back to our channel where you're going to follow us along on our journey towards financial freedom.
You get to see our wins,
our losses,
and everything in between.
Here we go! Welcome back to our channel. It's been a minute since we've seen you, but we're alive still. It's going to be okay, alright? We just took a little hiatus in December, totally unintentional. Went on a couple of trips, and then the entire last week of the month it snowed, and we were like, no thanks, we're not going to do that in the snow.
For the first time in forever. Well, that was a bit of a nightmare.
We just had our first pickup that we weren't actually able to pick up. It was formerly a school building, so the apartments were not really built to have large furniture moved into them, which was the real problem. So we tried every which way to try to get it out of there, and it just was not working. So we just gave up and we're like, sorry, can't do it. We're gonna go now. Don't know if you noticed, but it's raining, and I totally didn't put a tarp on the sectional, and that was kind of on purpose. It wasn't raining when I left the house, and I was like really hoping it wouldn't start, although of course it did. We're actually trying to dry the tarp, and we keep laying it outside to dry because it's so big we can't fit it in our house to dry, and you know, it just keeps raining. But I think it'll be fine. You know, we'll check on it tomorrow when we do the staging, and we'll see if it's dry. So this will be a good test run to see what it is like without the tarp for a couple minutes in the rain.
Today we have a couple couches that we have picked up and just need to get cleaned and staged a bit, so carved out a little bit of time in the middle of the day after I got done in the office, and Julia, before she has her appointment later. I think we're gonna get on that right now.
Yeah, that's one of the benefits of this guy having this new schedule. It's super awesome. We can just do this more randomly throughout the week whenever we need.
It's not too often I get to do a pickup on my own, but Julia found a really good one while I was making phone calls today. We have the solid sectional in 4 pieces, and we stacked them up. We have this like square one here, and we have the chaise here. We have the middle section over the top, and there's a bunch of cushions in here that you can't see, and then one of the last side is right here. So we actually got 4 pieces on here, tucked in, all nice and neat Tetris-like. Sometimes it just takes a little creativity to fit everything in there, but we did it. If you're in a place like Washington where it gets dark at like 5 o'clock, you may find that you're in a storage unit that has no light. Well, guess what? All you need is one of these handy item holders like this that you can hang from the ceiling. You just take your phone, put it in there, turn on your light, and you've got a well-lit storage unit. Well, it is a super foggy day out here in Washington, but Julia got a pretty quick turnaround on a couch that we got just this last week or two ago. So super quick.
We're about to load it up in the truck, and then I'm gonna bring it up to this guy. He's gonna pay $4.50 for it and help me unload it so he doesn't have to come with, and he can do other things in the meantime.
Heck yeah. And then you get to go hang out with your mom after.
Yeah, so I'm making the trip worth it because he's like a little bit further than what I would normally say yes to, but I was like, oh, it's close to my mom, so I'm just gonna get dinner with her after.
Awesome. Here we are again. Julia landed a couch pickup for us, so we left the gym and are heading to get that right now. So here we are. We just picked up that couch. How you feel about it, Julia?
Good. I mean, great condition. Like she said, all it needs is a little bit of cleaning, and we're totally up for that. You know, that's kind of part of the purpose here, is to improve upon good things.
This is the fun stuff right here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We love it. We love it when we get snack leftovers. So here's the little thing that we're gonna try. This stuff is called polyfill. You can get it in big bags for like $5. You can totally make couches that look deflated look new again with this stuff, and it's super cheap. It's basically just pillow stuffing that you can use in anything.
We've got this incredible large, it looks like it should be a 3-piece, but it's technically a 4-piece sectional, dark gray. And this guy posted it online and turned it around in like less than a day. So we're selling this one for $500, which is awesome.
Hell yeah. I think when I'm offering it as a will you, or do you want to, it sounds like I'm asking for an opinion, when sometimes I'm not asking for opinion. I'm literally just like asking for help.
Yeah, I
And
feel
that's
that.
just, I think, a thing for me to do.
You learn more about communication on this job more than anything. Today is the last day of the month, and I'm doing one final pickup today, and it worked out super well because I went out to my job this morning, which, you know, I go to different people's homes every day, and I took the truck because this couch I'm picking up was on the way back home from my work. So I'm out here about to go pick it up. It's gonna be 3 pieces for only $100, super good deal. It looks like it's good condition, so I'm really excited about it, and they're gonna help me load it up. So I made it to the storage unit, and I called Steven for reinforcement backup because I just can't unload a 3-piece by myself. But in the meantime, I figured it takes a moment to show you the 3-piece situation we've got here, so you know how to load it into a smaller truck. Because every time we pull up with this truck and people have large sofas that we're trying to pick up, they're like, oh, that's a small truck. And we're like, yeah, we got this, don't worry, we'll play some Tetris. So basically what we do is we lie one section of the couch down on its back, all the way against one side over here. And then we do the same with the chaise piece. And then right in the middle is where we actually end up throwing that center section. So the center section is typically smaller and it doesn't have arms on it, which makes it easier to tuck in there. And then you can see we just shoved some of these extra pillows underneath there. We got a giant pillow over here, the chaise part. And then of course, you know, the cab is just like loaded up with the pillows. So that's how you do a 3-piecer. I just came across a problem that we've never had before. We've had something similar, but it's not been this difficult. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So you see those buttons on the cushion, and there's also some on all the back pillows there. Well, when you try to take the cover off, they are actually attached with a string, and the string goes all the way through to the other side of the cushion. Let me show you here. So you can see it's like tied right there, goes all the way through, and it's kind of impossible to get it off these little buttons. They have like hook vibes, but it's just really impossible to get it off, especially considering these buttons are on like every seat cushion and back cushion. So I'm gonna have to take them off. Normally when we come across this, it's not the entire couch, and they're tied on, not like on these hooks that are impossible to undo. So I think our plan is I am just going to cut those strings off so we can wash all these cushions. And then we're gonna get some fabric glue to glue the buttons back on, and then that will make it way easier for whoever wants to wash them in the future so that they can actually do that. So we'll see how that goes. And just a quick note on what I'm doing too. They're technically tufted, but considering I've never seen a couch that has tufts like this all the way around the whole couch, other couches hold up just fine when they're not like attached all the way through and like holding the cushion in place. So honestly, I'm not really worried about it, which is why I feel okay cutting the strings and just using glue, because it'll be totally fine in the end.
All right, so let's look at the numbers. Julia, how did we do this month?
So we ended up buying 4 couches and selling 2. So, that means that, we spent a little bit more, but we did still make some money.
Cool. So after the storage unit costs and the cost for the couches, where did we end up?
So we are at $190 profit.
To $190 in January.
Yep.
Cool. Plus we have 2 couches that are probably going to sell for a profit of about $200 each. And those will probably go pretty early in February. And that doesn't feel bad at all. I'm pretty happy about that.
Yeah, and I'm really glad that we made a profit even considering the storage unit, because for some reason I wasn't thinking that we counted that yet. And I was like, oh no, we didn't even cover the storage unit cost, but we totally did, and we're all good. So I'm happy with that.
Heck yeah. All right. Well, it's been another good month. Thank you guys for checking it out. Be sure to like,
subscribe,
and ring that bell
for notifications.
Yeah, we love hearing your questions and comments, so please leave those down below. And feel free to share this video with anyone who might be wanting to try couch flipping out.
Catch you next month.
Bye.
Love it. What you doing? Yes. What you doing? Ash. Good girl. Yes, good girl. Come here. Come here. Good girl. Good girl. Hi.
Hi. Cool.
Love it. We're an 11.
We're an 11. Oh my god, I have coffee in my hands.
Sorry.
That's a keeper. Yeah. This is Julia trying to dump Steven's coffee in his lap.
Pretty normal. Standard day.